These show matches were absolute bangers. It seemed like in the end, where we see that 4-1, Lin ran a little bit out of speed. But overall, nothing but great gamers and games and fights. Thank you, the Light of the Faith, the Supreme Duo, worth my euro.
Every day, here to stay.
Exactly, we got text-to-speech, I kind of forgot. So it is, as so often, the Farseer harass and snare on the rifle. Whoopsie! Triggers the first Holy Light right away. We're gonna be at live speed in the beginning. The early games, of course, always rather slow, as you have to play as defensive as possible. Lin's goal, trigger Holy Lights, trigger Militia to slow the tier 2 down and then get the tier 3 advantage. Headhunters will gather. That is the wrong color combination. There we go. Lin has had some extraordinary games where he could kill farms, where he could kill blacksmiths. The answer for 40 against Lin's pressure in the very beginning was oftentimes a 4 rifle tech. We don't see that here. It's still 4 rifles now, but the tech has been started earlier. So Fortitude signaling confidence to me. Doesn't need that 4th rifle. I can deal with you. I'm better than you. And then show me what you got in the late game. Lin working on that 1-0 attack upgrade. There's barely any damage here, but also like this is a very, very stalemate situation on both sides, and so we start to attack buildings. Also 40 is going for the 1-0. It's now slowly going for that arcane.
You're waiting for the tier 2 pretty much. Until then, this should be a bit of a stare down. They're testing each other's micro as well, but of course, both players here on very high level, not going to be making any mistakes. The range advantage for the time being on the headhunters, of course, so you can, with perfect micro, deal more damage than the human. This way the orc has the upper hand early on, but soon on tier 2 with long rifles, that will change. And we see a change also in second hero now. No Naga anymore, it's the TC second, which at least I have not seen in forever by the way.
Oh, this is awesome. Is Lin being inspired by Starbuck, who also played this style, as I think the only player in this tournament from the orc side. Usually Lin's discussion with Focus and Soin, I guess, maybe watched these games and felt inspired, and getting a peasant kill. So far, it's looking good for Lin, but we've also seen a couple of times that just because the early game is good doesn't mean that the late game will look good, and especially also from Lin's perspective, just because the first matches of a series look good doesn't mean that the last 3 look good.
Yeah, TC, normally he's great with Stomp against Riflemen. Locks them in place, you can pick them off one by one. But against Blood Mage, that is not a great idea. With Stomp, you have to get very close into range, then you get Siphoned, the mana is gone, and you're gonna be sad. So this should be a Shockwave build, I think. With the TC, it's gonna be more of an artillery support.
And of course, providing movement speed. This is something that was never really offered with Panda. It is offered to a degree with Naga, not that she offers movement speed to your units, but she slows things down and then you get closer, like, you know, getting ahead in speed. And TC movement speed aura is phenomenal. Shockwave's always nice against rifles, of course. Later you run into a bit of issues when there's only Gryphons. Gryphons, man, I watch too much Soul 8 Man.
Gryphons.
Griffins. Jesus, I'm so
Gryphon technology.
I'm so 8 Man brain, dude. What can I say? Still not a Pally rifle fan, of course. That will not happen. But yeah, you miss the damage against the Griffins a little bit, but then the aura is still there. And you can go for what they call hybrid laming. Raiders and Shockwave against buildings. Muy bueno.
Oh. Yeah, also like the late game potential for the TC. First of all, he scales great. Secondly, he's got the aura. And thirdly, he doesn't have the same role as the Farseer late game. Honestly, the Naga rarely has Fork Lightning, but she has the slow from the Cold Arrow, which is nice. But in late game, on tier 3, the Farseer picks up the Orb of Lightning. And then he's the one who provides the catch, and then suddenly the Naga doesn't seem to contribute much anymore.
Very much agree with that. The big, like we pointed out a lot of pros on the TC though. Of course, he's slower. You don't get him from the tavern. That costs you time already. But that time seems to be well invested. Needs some levels as well, but as long as the aura is up and a little bit of damage can be done, this is looking good. Also looking good, Lin's base build. There's no burrow that can easily be attacked, which is an improvement compared to a couple of months ago.
Lots of attack found here for the Foss here. That ain't bad. He's got enough gold for the orb. Should be picked up next. And 2 Torrents are about to pop. And that's not the fight that the rifles want to have really against Torrent. But the TC is still creeping at the natural. Torrent, I was about to wonder if it's going to make it out, but indeed it does come out the totem. That one totem goes down. It's going to be a bit of an expensive rebuild for Lin, especially lumber-wise. He's not looking that great right now.
I am very surprised to not see tier 3. There it is. We're missing a couple of resources. So getting the Torrent out is nice. I'd actually debate if you need the double totem. Maybe you do for Torrent Pulverize early. But the way more important building later is the barracks for the Headhunters. And the upgrade is only finishing now. That's a little bit too late here, but now it's perfect. And we got Pulverize AoE, we got Shockwave AoE, and now we got Chain Lightning AoE as well. Lin is looking great.
Chain Lightning rattles in. We have no heal scroll yet, but a regen scroll. It's going to heal up these riflemen. So that was 2 rifles killed for a Headhunter and a Torrent Totem. Pretty even exchange as far as gold goes in the end. We're getting Pulverize upgrade now as well. And yeah, tier 3 coming up slowly.
50 food soon for Lin. He got the Orb of Lightning. Amazing purge against the already slow rifles. Always a bit of an issue to position correctly with the Torrent. TC is running to the tavern. That man needs a drink or a shockwave. Another kill right there.
I know that feeling, bro.
Yeah!
It's the evening, dude. You gotta run. You can't hold it in anymore.
Oh man, 9 to 5 is over and off to the bar we go. That's what the TC is doing. I love the TC positioning, man. So far away from the Blood Mage, and the Blood Mage is left alone. Lin aiming for a surround to close it out early. Holy Light, of course, now in range again.
He got 1 shockwave ready. Actually, he's got a mana potion, so there's more still possible. Fossey had very few purges there for a moment. And the first Torrent is gonna go down. Good kill, good experience. Level 2 now for the Blood Mage. Another shockwave comes in, and we still got that mana pot. And more purges.
Interesting. Will we see Griffins or will we go Sox route of only going rifles? I think so many rifles died that you can't really afford the Griffins, but 40 is a master in resource management. Maybe deliberately giving that up. We have another shockwave as you mentioned in a bit. There it is. Gets 1 kill, maybe the second, but the Holy Light is there to the rescue. Very few units now to work with for 40.
Very low on upgrades, by the way. Why does he only have 1 O rifles? He's got more than enough resources to go for more upgrades.
Must be going for Griffins.
Another one going down. Yeah, but armor upgrades carry over between the 2 units.
Blood
At
Mage!
least 1 armor upgrade you want to get. He survives, but Lin is bullying away this Pele rifle play right now. And how good must that feel, by the way? After the months of misery.
Shh. Dude, I have seen him destroy Colorful in 4 minutes, and the next 3 games all went to Colorful, including a game where Lin was 25 food ahead and the Demon Hunter single-handedly killed him before he killed himself at the Ogre Magi at the Echo Owls marketplace. Dude, like, not we talk about feelings when the series is over.
The game keeps going this way, though. I anticipate not too many more Pele rifles for the rest of this best of 5.
I think it's
Big
going to be
item.
around 66%.
Well, you got better chances today, Nia.
Need some healing now. We got a Subi Mask on the TC. Depends a little bit on the positioning, if that's good or if it's just fodder for the Blood Mage. But overall, hero levels for Fortitude are abysmal. Ground army for Fortitude is abysmal. Only the Griffins can save this series.
Walker Master Training now available, and there we go. That's an easy heal for the 1300 HP. Welcome back, Torin. And more creeping ensues. Shadowhunter would enjoy some solo creeping here, maybe. Actually, the faster you're going to pick up that level 3 alongside him. Is he going to go Wolves or Chain Lightning here?
He is going Chain Lightning for more damage. What worries me a little bit is that we have no Beastery. And we have no end snare against the incoming Griffins. It's only 5 headhunters. It seems a little bit on the lower end. He's still investing into the ground army, which might hurt him long term if 40 is able to stall.
But stalling is much in Lin's favor because he went for the Tiny Great Hall. That expansion is going to be up and mining very soon. Chain Wave harassing the main base. Takes out 2 peasants. Perhaps not the most devastating blow. But look at the TC experience, dude. He's level 4 already as a second hero.
That is crazy. Amazing leveling here. Griffins, of course, confirmed. 45 food. We talked yesterday a lot about tiny throws, where you feel like you have the lead. You invest a lot of gold into that expo. Your opponent finds a time to punish that expo, and then you lose the game because of it. Just like yesterday, I imagine Lemis is coming anytime soon. But yesterday it worked, and in favor of Lin, and hopefully for the Horde, this is the case here too.
Wave once more, should be 2 kills. Yesterday it was a really close affair with that Tiny that you mentioned, and it seemed like it almost cost him the game, but this game he is so far ahead. He killed so many rifles early on, and I think we have to question the first attack that 40 went for. What did he get, really? He got 1 headhunter in the end, and he wasn't able to strike before Berserkers were ready. He wasn't able to strike before TC was ready. Of course, it's easy to say in hindsight, you know, like, this wasn't a great attack, why did you go for it? But that's a question he's going to have to ask himself after the game, and perhaps after today.
The question that Lin has to ask himself is, how the hell am I supposed to read all these scrolls of healing in the fight? He got 3 already. Amazing shop control on the back of this expansion, on the back of a hero lead, on the back of a supply lead. 40 has a Herculean task ahead of him in this game 1, but there's no fortifications and the Griffins have arrived, even though that is without Stormhammer upgrade.
This is it, do or die for the human. Flame Strike, doing some good damage to the peons, but we still have some here alive. And the army size difference now is clearly visible. You mentioned no raiders earlier, but now they might be slowly being added in. Beastery is up, raider and ensnare queued. And Lin enjoying lots of gold income now. Speaking of gold though, 40 does have a big bank. Maybe he can try to build that big Deathball army once. But at one time, we'll have to win him the game.
You speak of gold, I speak of lumber. There is only 30 lumber available and 2 lumber workers currently. Is Lin maybe a bit too greedy for the gold and is neglecting the secondary resource is my question.
He's making some more peons now, adding 2, maybe 3, that will help already. It is something that appears to be recurring though, with orcs all the time being low on lumber when they go for tier 3 and expansion. But Lin seems to have time. Fortitude is going for the long con. He himself kind of low lumber as well, by the way.
That's right. Might need some more upgrades. He gets the Stormhammers in now. Ooh, we got a retrain into Stomp. And we go for the push, aren't we? 10 headhunters, 5 Griffins.
Yeah, Lin looking phenomenal here. 72 supply, getting up the next burrow to get up to 80 even. With more raiders joining, the heroes looking strong. Absolute heal scroll. Domination. Never once was 40 able to get to that shop to get up the next heal scroll. 4th heal scroll for Lin. Completely shutting out the opponent.
Yeah, total value graph. Clearly colored blue here in favor of Lin. And every ensnare can potentially be a kill. Shadowhunter level 2 already. Ring of Region kind of nice. Orb, of course. This is so rough for 40. Jeez.
He's gonna take a look at the marketplace, maybe. Nope, apparently not. Of course, everything's spirit linked up here. That makes the scrolls of healing even better.
So good.
Ultimate orc army, dude. Only thing missing is rah bloodlust.
We always love some witch doctors, of course, if we can spam that heal wave. Hex used. TCS Storm. 40 doesn't know this. The staff is on cooldown, but the damage isn't enough. Surround. 3, 2, Hex, staff. But yeah, now the Blood Mage is stuck here.
And the Griffins are across the map. They took out the peons. They don't feel like they have the time to take out the Great Hall because there's the big Orcish horde knocking on the front door. It's pretty terrifying.
That's right. Just like yesterday, the horde is running wild. Like Hulkamania in the 80s. And now 40 is going to be supply blocked as well with that farm loss.
Didn't Hulk Hogan go down a couple months ago?
He did go down, bro. You're also so Warcraft filled. He did the job. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and then the bell rang.
Rip Hulk Hogan. Brother! This game is looking a little bit RIP for Fortitude. He was able to build that huge army once. 70 supply. Can that be enough? 4-3 levels are the minimum of what he needs. Honestly, I feel like he needs 5-4 instead of 4-3. Island is just getting stronger and stronger. He's got the Kodo out. He's getting the upgrade. That in itself, the Kodo with upgrade, is such a huge damage boost.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. That's something that I haven't seen before. But yeah, makes a lot of sense, of course. We're taking away the blacksmith. We take away the barracks. We do not have pillage, but I guess at this point it doesn't really matter. Flame Strike kinda just tickles, man. He's just showing him the heal scrolls. Like, you and your pathetic Flame Strike, what do you want to do?
I guess 40 still has lots of time to mine from the main. He has very well minimized losses on units. So he's still up at 74 supply. Ooh, those Griffins almost getting caught by the Raiders. Yoink! Oh, yoink! Got him.
Nice. 1 kill for free here, being in the advantageous position. Griffins didn't do much. There's still lots to creep. 40, I don't think he can really think of an expansion himself. At some point, he has to break free with the Griffins. But 11 headhunters is perfect. Oh, Lin, despite investing into more upgrades, is going for 100 supply. 5 field scrolls.
Yep, that is a lot of healing. I don't know when the last time was that I saw 5 heal scrolls. Also, on this map where there's only 1 shop, that's insane. This might be a first time ever 5 heal scrolls on Northern Isles.
Yeah, must have been like one of the old Echo Isles games of Happy versus Night Elf with hippos versus griffins. Not griffins, hippos. Hippos versus gargs.
Oh, you remember, Neil? You remember? We used to have heal scrolls.
You took it away, ruining the game. Absolutely. Speaking of ruining the game, this push out is ruining Fortitude. The Paladin gets uber wrecked, and without Holy Light and without the Devotion Aura, what can you do? Lin just has to take the birds out of the sky, and then we're Gucci.
That is so many Griffins, actually. And also a lot of Orc units. Griffins are, surprisingly, not taking a bad fight so far, with no Paladin involved. But over time, then it's gonna edge out ahead here.
Oh man,
Flame Strike also did some good work.
Flame Strike was disgusting, dude. But Lin didn't move, really. He's level 5 on the TC now, gets another birdie. Every ends there should be a kill, and Fortitude realized this as well. Lin takes map number 1. War Chief on the way back to the top of the scene.
Yeah, that TC working out really well. Really good play here. This was basically the way that we first thought you want to play against Pally Rifles with a Panda, you know, creeping on tier 2, playing passive, looking for level 3, and then fighting when the torrents come out. But here, of course, Panda is kind of garbage these days in many situations. The TC can still provide AoE, and the TC also gives you the aura. So cool to see. And I got a feeling this was the last game of Pally Rifles today.
Lin with the lead, with great game plans, with great execution. 40 also clearly underperforming. There's lots of room to improve for 40. He can play better. He has played better the longer the series went for yesterday. And now, not only do we have 1 surprise with the Blade Master, we have a 2nd surprise. It's a Mountain King.
Yeah. MK first on LR. If Chehi is still in the chat, he might be getting nervous sweat attacks right now. We used to see this all the time back then. And 40, he tried this against 1-2-0, right? On this map in this series. And that horribly failed. But this is a different matchup. There's no Beetles, there's no Skellies. I feel like here MK might be able to do better. But same as there against Undead, Mountain King does need an expansion.
All he needs is a hammer and a head, and then he throws the hammer to that head, and then the thing with the head has no head no more. That's usually how it goes. We'll see, we'll see. Will 40 allow Lin to pimp that blade? How oppressive will this MK be? A lot comes down to the early game.
I think I like this for Fortitude. Like, this Blade Master has no Windwalk, so Stormbolt is actually pretty good against him. And also, Stormbolt, once you're level 3, amazing against Headhunters. And this is going to be a Headhunter build. One Grunt into Headhunters. This opening for Lin is amazing at creeping. With mirror images, with one Grunt, really good against the medium armor. And then Headhunters, really good later on. Mirror image also amazing at creeping the Merc camp. The footy is right here to see it. Is Lin really going to go through with this?
Looks like it. You say Mountain King can hammer away and it's solid against Windwalk. With Windwalk, of course, he can dodge Stormbolts if Lin is on top of his game. But might be some mana wasted. Can the little dwarf with the tiny legs run across the map in time?
Seems to me like he will. Got a great item as well, by the way. Robo the Magi. That is +6 int. Big item though. Gonna go to Lin here. Fast enough. Got a lot of bonus ammo here. Not his dream items, but they do help.
I'd say 40 just wasted a lot of time.
Yeah, but militia are coming over now. Expo should be getting set up still pretty soon. Should be alright, I feel like.
Alright, running across the map, then moving back. Gives a little bit of space for the Blade, who has no mana anymore. So currently, no dodges possible. But we continue creeping. Lin is careful, just confirms that there is an Expo. Early tier 1 is not the time for the orcs to strike. That's rather tier 2. And to enhance that damage, we get Berserker, we get Shadow Priest. Lin looking good. And creep speed is intensifying a lot.
Okay, about to get that level 3. This really took quite some time. He didn't go for the green camp into expansion, but rather expansion after that little journey south. And now gets to level 3. At the same time as the Blade. Level 2 mirror image. These can be quite annoying to deal with. Very funny also when orcs go for boots of speed. And that you have super fast mirror images running across the map at all times.
Looks kind of funny indeed. More creeping, more levels. Blade Master Mirror Image level 3 is kind of nice. Level 4 is where it really starts to shine. Mountain King is a very intelligent little dwarf here with the rope. And also gets some regen thanks to that potion. This is nicely equipped. Then checking, where are you? What are you doing? Do I have to be careful? Yeah, he kind of has to. Postering up in the middle. We're waiting for boots, I guess. Now the resources are here. They're the boots.
A player's forces are
But again,
under attack.
40 is not doing anything at the moment.
If Lin gets out of this early game without losing Headhunters, I think he's going to be very satisfied with this. So far there have been 0 losses where the Headhunters are concerned. But the MK still has that big hammer locked and loaded. Then wants to get the item from the Magi, and he will get it. This is probably going to cost him some units. MK needs to get involved here. Where are those hammers?
Yeah, it feels like 40 not on top of his game still. The game 1 wasn't the wake-up call that we expected him to get. This is the steal though, or should be at least. Lin can be incredibly satisfied with this early game already, I think. Like 3.7 is amazing.
Why
Both
isn't he going in with the footies though? Just use the Stormbolt and bash. You got the boots. There should be some easy kills normally.
He's tame. He's pretty tame.
Then going tier 3 by the way. Going for Shadowhunter, Bestiary. This has sick late game potential. Blade Master with mirror image with tier 3. Dare I say, if we get Bloodlust, I'm gonna need to change my pants.
As if you're wearing pants. Berserker falls. 40 is not teching despite having the resources for a long time. We're at 630. Yeah, he's smashing it in the fight thanks to Stormbolt. That is a good timing there for sure. Militia have been called, and now the tech 40 seconds late for 40. Still Mountain King on the hunt, and this is still somewhat dangerous if you're a headhunter.
Yeah, they're definitely over-aggressive on the enemy side of the map where the militia is so strong before the shadow was out. If he had the shadow, that's a totally viable play to go for. But this over-aggression, over-confidence, this just cost him 3 units. And he's not the one with an expansion.
Not yet, at least. That's what the tier 3 is for, most likely, as we don't have a tier 2 engagement with Raider Walker. Walker down the road can be fantastic to distribute the damage a little bit that a Stormbolt usually gives you. A little bit of dispel, a little bit of movement. Now we got level 2 crit, and now we got the Blade Master online.
Would still like some better items. Have no claws of attack yet, no slippers, nothing like that. There's another Stormbolt and another kill. In the end, MK... Oh, might actually... Ah, the end snare. The trolls being trolls once again. Now it's the Blade Master taking a lot of damage. But he's got good potions here. Mountain King. Ooh, are you... What?
Mirror image! The blade dies as well! What the hell is going on? Warcraft 3's best gamers, everybody. Double Tavern Revive. Hex! Oh my god, is he double killing him?
No.
He gets the crit! Are you kidding me? Cloud,
are you kidding, bro?
Welcome to the circus! Double Tavern Revive.
Yeah, guys, this is the Super League, the highest level of competition we have in Warcraft 3. Hello, everybody. Dude, he just wasted so many resources.
Jesus! That was fun, though.
Bro. Yeah, this blade is going to be level 5 pretty soon, I think. The thing is, 40 still has lots of resources, so maybe it's not that bad, maybe?
Yeah, if you think that, hey, should he really have so many resources after a double Tavern Revive? We have a shirt up that says Humba. Go check it out. merch.backtowarcraft.com. XP, of course, clearly in Lynn's position. Tiny Great Hole now to even the score. I'm entertained. Are you not entertained?
I mean, yeah. But yeah. Why didn't he click that button, I wonder? Hopefully, next time, he's gonna click that button when he needs to. Lynn is pretty weak at the moment. He's tier 3 and he's got the Tiny coming up, but he's still broke and has a small army for quite a while. Lynn still needs a good amount of time to really stabilize here.
Couple of levels, couple of items, and of course, army is what we need. We get Kodos a lot, and 40, click the tier 3 button. Maybe not all the buttons that were necessary earlier, but Blood Mage is coming. And then, I guess, Griffins. Or...
Griffin technology, Neil.
We like that. Against Blade Master.
I mean, if you got the cash, if you got the time, I feel like Griffins are always good against Orc. Oh, this is gonna be a sick late game, dude. Triple hero against triple hero, tier 3 against tier 3. And I think I prefer Lynn's position because of third hero timing. TC's gonna be out way sooner. And this is the dream Orc triple hero. Blade, Shadow, TC on a map with lots of creeps, lots of leveling potential.
Well, TC is going to be a good big grunt with a movement speed aura. Can't really do much with Storm Shockwave. Well, Shockwave, I guess. No Alchemist might bite him down the road if 40 is able to stack armor. And ooh, if he's attacking the base with the Footman. On to the burrows we go.
Maybe some paper burrows going down for sure. But also a strong Blade Master showing up for the defense. We have level 2 heal wave also available. Ooh, Clap would be so sick here. Stomp is looking pretty good as well, but now the TC is out of mana. Before chat asks, by the way, Cloak of Flames does not work on illusions. That would be crazy. but it looks cool.
I think it's very reasonable. Just, you know, send them into the economy line, 30 damage per second in an AoE. That sounds very, very, very reasonable. For summon. Without a real cooldown.
Sounds good. Blade Master, aside from the Cloak of Flames, has been a bit unlucky, honestly. Not a single pair of claws has been found on LR. Normally here you find plenty of claws.
There is still a couple of spots where you can find them, but 40 has identified, oh, you're not going for cement? Well, let me punish you for that. Griffins are coming. We still want to make use of the footmen. There's also no spikes to hurt them. And this will slow down Lin significantly. Just raising a 50 food army is a huge problem.
The heroes have to do the heavy lifting here for a while, most likely for the entire game. Because Orc doesn't normally have a great counter to Griffins, which is what we're going towards. It could really use a Shredder, but if he goes for one, and then he gets killed off by the Griffins, that would be painful.
Yeah, that's horrible, man. So much gold, so much lumber. At least he has the peons positioned right next to the war mill. I like that. But it's also only 3 lumber workers, which I do not like.
TC2, that's a good upgrade. So many defensive items for Lin. This blade is going to be damn hard to kill with the evasion as well. But those defensive items might not help that much. I imagine rather Fortitude is going to try to take out the Berserkers. And those are a lot more frail.
We do have level 2 heal wave against it. Very surprised to not see Spirit Link at all. Okay, Lin may be muscling up an attack, but can he reline? No, not really an attack. Maybe shop control to take it invul heal scroll away. He had 5 on Northern Isles. He needs a bit more here. Is not selling items, which I find interesting.
The Big Griffin army is almost online, but we don't have Stormhammers yet. We don't have Animal War training yet.
Close though. Very close.
MK5 not too far away, by the way. And that is what really messes with the Berserkers. It's level 3 clap. And I think we're pretty much guaranteed to get there.
If Lin allows a Tomb of Retraining, for sure. Still has to catch up in supply. No armor upgrades whatsoever on 40. Is interesting. No experience here. Item up for grabs. Shadow Hunter gets the Book of the Dead. No dispel on 40 side. Can be nice.
First attack upgrade now coming for the Berserkers. The lumber economy. I feel like I've been saying this whole week in tatters for the Orc. But we do finally have the Shredder. Leo, we have one. Finally. Shredder McShredface. But he needs some more time.
That's his name. He got the first delivery done. That costs, of course, lumber. That costs a lot of resources. We have a town portal on 40 side, which he might need. Big engagement. Last creep on the upper left-hand side is gone with that. Except the red spot. That is TP number 3 or 4 for 40 in this game. Slowly but steady getting very expensive.
92nd lane lace, the classic. Wait, is the red camp still there?
No, not really. The ogre isn't there. Both have a Cloak of Flames.
Ah, both have a Cloak of Flames. True, Neo, very true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm here for like the Warcraft insights and deep dives. You bring the hype. Everybody knows.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got the Tome of Retraining. That is pretty hype for Fortitude. Clap. Sensational against Berserkers. This, I think, is the first game ever that I see on Last Refuge where we don't have a single clause of attack.
Oh, yeah.
That is just pretty unlucky for Lin, to be honest.
That's right. Really hard to
He doesn't even have gloves. Oh, no, he does have gloves. Excuse me. He does have gloves.
Well, then get the damage from Bloodlust. No crit 3, by the way. That's another piece where damage is missing.
Oh, is he going to go Bloodlust or is he going to go Witch Doctors?
Oh, Griffins can't
Shield
attack
wards will be
wards.
very hard to take out.
Yo! I guess only the Blood Mage could attack them and the Bursies for a bit, but they will die quickly. That's hella smart.
Witch Doctor Adept training. Here we go. Double Lodge.
Bro. Okay. Here you have your healing soon. With the
I love the Mud
golem
Golem as well. This Mud Golem is so cool. Very hard to take out, ironically, because it's just Griffins.
Oh yeah,
Really
not even
slow
like
can be really
there's no flame strike, of course. How do you? Yeah, well, how do you attack him? No Stormbolt. Muddy will live forever.
Both at 80 supply. You might even get higher. And of course, right now, interested in slowing down the game, going for his tech. He's got the cement upgrade, more attack upgrades. He's enjoying a lot of lumber all of a sudden.
Difference a shredder can make, right? It's
The
remarkable.
positioning on the shredder, though, Neo, it has me a bit nervous.
I guess it's so he doesn't deforest the rest too much for the peons. It's all optimized, Remo. These are our best gamers.
Okay. Yeah, case in point, as we saw earlier in the middle.
Exactly.
Oh, big level up for the Pally here. The remainder of the red gets him to 3. That is huge for the Holy Light.
Did Lin see that 40 is pushing 100?
Don't think so.
Witch Doctor's not online yet.
Yeah, he's about to pop into high upkeep as well with the Witch Doctors. He's got one queued behind Master Training. 50 seconds out.
Question in chat, can Siphon Mana work on mirror images? No, these mirror images pop after like a second or so. Just seen it.
The Shredder! Hank Shredder! No!
Shreddy
Why
McShred.
are you standing there, bro?
Dude! He disappeared so quickly and the Witch Doctor... Oh, that Stormbolt was not necessary. But that Witch Doctor, man, disappeared again in seconds and that's a worthy town portal. RIP Shredder McShredface. Can we get 07 in the chat? He
Why is
enabled...
the Shredder there, bro? This is the worst spot to be in. Ah.
So he can complain after. Shredder too squishy. Needs 10% damage reduction of magic damage versus Shredder.
He's going for Shaman Adept training as well.
Bloodlusted everything with heal wards. Are we playing 4 and 4 FFA? I don't hate it, man. If he has the time, that's great. If he misses the time because of it, it's of course not great. But he needs damage.
Honestly, I feel like these heal wards might be surprisingly useless. If the heroes get ignored, and the Griffins just take down the Berserkers one by one, they're gonna be healing like half an HP because they're gonna be dying instantly.
Well, half an HP is better than no HP. Bloodlust needs 50 seconds, Remo.
No, rah.
Oh, Lin has to hold this. And he is. 40 is paying a lot of upkeep right now.
He's got the boys coming. 100 supply. Almost only Griffins. 2/2 upgrades. Terrifying human army.
The human army is better than your army. We all know. Bloodlust is done in a bit. Do we have a shaman even? No, we don't. Oh, Lin, this hits you hard at a very inconvenient moment.
He's in the back. Can't even connect at the moment. Heal wards. He has one heal ward in the fight. Should be getting taken out pretty quickly. The Kodo Beasts also very important targets. And the Griffins are carving through these Berserkers, man.
I am not sure if Lin killed anything. Now 2 units dead, a couple of staffs being used as well. Very, very, very chaotic fight, but we see a lot of blue and very little red. Heal wave, kinda sweet. Is there any longevity? A paladin might be stuck eventually thanks to the Book of the Dead, but my god, this Mountain King, a weapon of mass destruction!
Then getting a Hex, but getting Banish saved as well. Paladin with the Invoke Potion, gonna survive a bit longer. He's got very defensive, helpful items right now. Blade Master, if he had better items, this blade could help, but he's not helping much at the moment. The TC's almost going down as well. Invoke Potion, we're gonna be running out in a moment. We got some bad riders coming in, but doing reduced damage to all this armor.
TC about to fall. Safe to the back, kinda nice. Wait a minute, dude.
Hold on.
Blood Mage is dead. The Griffins are all dead. Lin is a magician. He kills more. He's on the prowl here. Blade Master has no windbow, but he has that sweet, sweet range attack. Can we get one more? Oh my god, the Madman holds.
Didn't hold that.
I got no
100
clue.
supply.
Well, maybe the Orc army is better than your army.
Lin is back, baby. He's so back.
What
Level
was
6
that?
Blade Master. And he had crappy items this game. Imagine if this blade had some better damage. And now we got Bloodlust as well. Rah, rah, rah.
And we got double muddy. Dude, orcs are so terrifying if, and that is a gigantic if they get their stuff online. Like late game tier 3, FFA style. They are so good. But that was crazy. That was 40's best timing. Like, there's no other timing. His main is empty. His expo is empty. This is so desperate now.
Running out of options here. This was it. This was the one attempt. I thought we were going to go to a tied-up series 1-1, but no, sir. Heal wards being cast. Good cheap healing here. I'm kind of shocked, dude.
Yeah,
How did
dude.
those griffins not instantly kill everything?
I mean, they kind of did, and then they stopped doing it. And then they all died themselves.
Level 5 MK, 100 supply griffins. We even had a level 3 pally. I am befuddled.
It's very rare that Mr. Remo Demo is at loss for words. It is very normal that I don't understand what's going on. But if Remo is as shocked as I am, that's new. Love the scout, of course, with the mirror image. You got your eyes everywhere. Can cancel some healing here and there. Lin is still mining for 5 minutes, dude. He can take the hands off the keyboard.
Yo, thank you, Demonic, with the first time Prime sub. Welcome.
Unreal.
Lin had such a tough time, such a desperate time in this league for days, weeks. Seemed to be looking terrible. Everything that he was touching didn't quite work out in the end. 0-3 versus Fly. Maybe that really was the wake-up call. Since then, things have been getting better. Right now, he's looking at a 2-0 lead against 40.
Shocking. 69 food. Get some more reinforcements in soon, I guess. 40, what's the way to attack here? He again has a solid Griffin army. Up to 8. 1 raider, or 2 raiders. Might be some snipes. Dude, the fact that the Muddies are still alive. This is a world record.
Yeah, magic immune. Can't kill him with the griffins.
Orcs finally have a magic immune unit.
It's such a cool addition, actually.
XFAF, thank you very much for the 12 month.
Seems good.
I'm very surprised that 40 is taking his time here. Things aren't gonna get better.
Well, think about the streaming hours, Remo.
Okay, here come the militia. Here we go. Last ditch effort.
Yoink!
Yoink!
Oh, banish.
God. Good banish.
What a beast. This blade. There is Blade Storm. Okay, maybe a bit premature. He's gunning for the Mountain King. Wants to prevent level 6. Holy Light at the ready. I'm not too sure if that was the perfect call, but Lin surely knows better. RIP MK. This is it, man. No clap cannot win this.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. A dream game for an Orc player. We had Bloodlust, level 6, Mirror Image, Blade Storm, Heal Wards as well. Absolutely insane max cap game for Lin with his ultimate Orc army. And that's the 2-0 in this series.
Jesus Christ. Last Refuge Orc versus Human, man. The map is just made for banger games between these two factions, and especially these two players. Fortitude shook. I think he doesn't know either what happened. I wouldn't be too surprised if we take a break to analyze this fight now. That
Yeah.
was 1 in a million, this fight. Lin knocks it out of not one, but multiple parks.
So today and tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, him and Fortitude and Happy still had lots to play towards the end of the season. Maybe the tournament organizers were hoping... I had a serious lag. Was that me?
I didn't take a look at the screen.
A player's forces are under
Maybe the tournament organizers were trying to get some high-level matches towards the end of the season, which makes this very exciting for us. And very stressful now for 40. 40 was also down 0-2 yesterday. And then he started shifting into a new gear. Can he do that again?
Hi, Toon Toon! The main sponsor, main organizer, main god of the scene. 10 gifted subs. Much love, my man. I hope you're enjoying these games as much as we do. All your work over the past couple of weeks, months are paying off. Can we get a wall of hearts in the chat for the master of ceremonies of every Dolphin tournament? It's your time to show appreciation now, chat.
Hi, Toon, the legend. Thank you so very much. 40 losing 2 peasants on the way back from the creep camp. That's kind of normal. The rest are protected with the arcane tower, making more peasants as well. Question is, might we see an expansion here? But I feel like Fortitude mostly on this map doesn't go expo, but rather goes for a late tech, but then also wants to go level 3 Archmage creeping and hit the orc with that level 3 power timing.
Lots to unfold here, of course. Big map. The biggest. Lots of creeping, but Lin has a good read here. Any last hits are golden. This one not hit.
Fortitude can call the militia to the green camp, close to his main base, and try to get the level 3 that way. That is exactly the plan right now. Sometimes we've seen Lin try to interrupt this with either grunts or headhunters or just wolves, but this time it seems like he isn't in position to do any of that. So this AM is about to hit the level up.
under attack.
Okay, that's then a bit problematic, of course. We almost lost the militia here. Yeah, you mentioned that 40 came back yesterday, of course, in that same sentence, kind of. We have to mention that Lin was up 2-0 many times, and then the momentum turned, and he started to doubt himself, and then got reverse sweeped 3 times in a row. That was rough. So it almost feels like you can't give Fortitude an opportunity to swing back, and you can't give Lin room to doubt himself, so Lin has to almost close it out here.
Forces are under attack.
And 40 didn't quite get enough experience from that green camp for the level 3. He needs a little bit more from another green. If Lin can now keep tabs on the footies and prevent this, this would still be a success of an early game, even if the Farseer is looking quite underleveled.
As he oftentimes does. Good chunk of XP for 40 always. Who's making his march across the map. Third map, 3 different starting heroes, by the way. Nice. And yeah, we are aiming for these tier 2 buildings. Nice attack by 40, slowing down the totem.
Footies at the green. Are they thinking about taking it? Not really. Militia taking another green across the map, and that was enough. Just enough, right on the dot, to get level 3 Archmage.
You seem to be a bit ahead of me. I can't fast forward, so we gotta make a sync. 5, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We got the Shadow Hunter out. We got the Hex. We got the kill. And these level 2 water elements at the moment not doing much damage.
Tier 3 tech has started. Burrow upgrade is finished, so the Watchman's not there a big danger anymore. But it's a big delay on the totem, that's for sure.
Yep. And walkers are really, really good, and you need them on the field so they start to accumulate mana. Another footy down, but they're disposable anyway, as we know. Sweet deny by Fortitude. I would say so far his best game.
The Hex has also been working out really well, though. The Hex is a counter against defend, because it turns out, Neo, when you're a pig, you cannot raise your shield. So defend is disabled.
Why don't they just put a bit of armor on that pig? It would look hilarious.
That'll be like in that terrible movie, the Hobbit movie, where, you know, the Dwarf King is riding around on a hog. You know what I'm talking about.
I forgot about that. but it sounds funny.
Archmage going deep. Back of the base. Gonna get that headhunter. This is probably gonna cost him the TP though. Wait, doesn't lock him in?
He does. Hex! Careful, buddy!
Oh.
Disaster for 40! Oh my god! That was almost careless. He didn't calculate in the fact that there's a shop and that there's more Hex. And all of a sudden, Lin is on the way to the 3-0.
His best game, you say, huh?
Up until then, it was.
Then he's going for a tower. Perhaps misreading the situation, expecting possibly, likely, a push. But indeed, 40's on his way to tier 3. He has been for a while. He's going Griffins, so no danger of an attack right now. And in Lin's main base, by the way, we have 4 out of 5 peons, boys.
Oh.
1 gold.
Oh. Well, that's a way to sabotage yourself. Mountain King creeping interrupted though, and 40 has so little to work with. In fact, 40 doesn't have a single unit. But since the Griffins are coming, maybe that's alright. We get the Blade Master 3rd again.
This is such a weird game, dude. No footies left, just Griffin rush straight up. Isn't casters into Griffins just way better? It seems so much stronger, specifically in the end game.
I mean, Mountain King into mass casters is kind of a thing for a couple of years. This is novel. Or super old school Melting Belly, but even there we had Mountain King most likely. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe that is a mistake, and maybe we'll be punished for it, or he sees something that we don't see. I mean, I don't know. What do we know?
Yeah, lots of potential here between these heroes. We're in Twisted Meadows. High levels should be a guarantee. MK with the Giga Chat move, by the way. Alone, going for the attack. Let's see if he's going to get punished by the Hex as well. So far, it looks like not really. Look at the Blade Master. Fresh out the box. Getting greeted with Quel'Thala's boots right away. Ain't that nice?
Lovely it is. Critting for 74. Crit first, also a bit of a statement. No Windwalk. He might get some hammers to heads again. Shadowhunter is ready. Archmage, Mountain King, otherwise nothing.
Griffins are amazing at creeping in general, also on Twisted Meadows. Specifically here we have lots of heavy armor creeps, where you can take those camps real quick. And even if you had a slow start into the game, normally on Twisted there's always creeps available somewhere. In a bit of a pinch, you may have to go to the island, but yeah, there's always ways to level.
As I said, I have seen Lin on map 3 versus Colorful, 25 food ahead, all the cards in his hands, and all of a sudden Colorful got the W. I don't count 40 out yet.
He's going for the tiny, isn't he? Oh, yes, he is.
Yep.
And it seems to be a great timing. That is the big advantage of Orc in the late game. When you are far ahead, you can go for that tiny, if you're on tier 3, of course, and then cement your big lead. Undeads have been experiencing this for a long time, which is why Undeads are always terrified of falling behind in the tier 3 stage. Nowadays, humans have to worry about it as well.
Ring of Regional Roaming Blade, nice. Paladin falling behind. I look at this Mountain King level, it's just, what the hell? When do you ever see 10-minute game, Mountain King level 1 on Twisted? Seems like 40 has a solid read with how he's posturing up. I don't think there's a great solution to this. End Snare is ready. We might need some more raiders here, as we currently have 0, but damage is solid, levels are fine, heal wave level 2, 40 is falling back, and now the clock is ticking for Lin.
40 ahead of today was on a 13-game win streak. Seems a lot like that streak is breaking today. Not the top shape 40 that we've seen so far today. I think that much is clear to say by now. Alone, all the hero losses we saw today were very uncharacteristic.
A player's forces are under attack.
Well, he's an entertainer. And, of course, always raising the question, who can stop me? Sometimes it's Heffy, sometimes it's Lin, sometimes it's he himself. These
That's a
guys...
sick item, by the way. Orb of Darkness. There's level 2 skellies these days.
Yeah, on an Archmage, that's phenomenal before he goes to Blizzard.
And for Undead, this is the prime way to counter Berserkers. Dark Ranger with level 2 Black Arrow.
Look at this Remo guy, always talking about undead, undead, undead. First he's ruining the balance, and now he's talking about undead. Do you want to talk about happy a little bit as well, fanboy?
We're gonna find a way.
We get a Bursey by Lin, 55 food. And yeah, his Expo is running and running and running. We only now get Stormhammers. 40's army is still abysmal. Once again, I love the Spirit Link against the Griffins coming. There is no Dispel. 40 plays once again very one-dimensional. Use a few upgrades now to stay at 50, trying to play extremely conservative. But Lin is on his trails, man. He knows exactly where to pounce next.
40 trying to work on his levels. 4-3-3 would be sensational. Getting the next big item. It is the Staff of Silence, which could be really good as well. Lin looking for the catch with the Hex. He got a big kill earlier already.
This Blade Master turning into quite a beast. Archmage. Okay, can't reach. Going for more experience then. More upgrades, more headhunters. Lin aiming for that 80 food army. And 40 kind of with his back against the wall. Needs XP, wants that level 4. Gets it here finally. But he also takes the fight with a big deficit.
Back against the corner, still looking for kills. He's gonna get one raider. That's also a skelly for him being raised. Mountain King getting hexed and finds himself in trouble. But not too much. He is actually giga tanky. Stuck behind the farm wall. But enjoying still 1200 HP max. Needs that pally on level 3 though.
But how? Like, Lin is contesting every camp. He's punishing him for every spot. And he's just not letting go, man. He's mega oppressive. At 70 now, needs another burrow. It's already in production. 40 still has like bunch of items. He can rise up to 80 for sure. As Carson calls it, the Giga Break. Sell items go up to max food. But yeah, I mean, he's trying to creep, but Lindis doesn't allow it.
Ali finally got his level 3, and that is a very significant level up indeed, but Lin is working with that supply lead. Huge army. Here we go. Big fight breaks out. 40 needs to smash this fight. They have a chance still, I think. Needs to call some militia from the main base. They are coming now. Griffin's having a tough time finding these kills quickly.
Yeah, the only thing that he's smashing is the ground with the Mountain King in position again. Griffins, I don't think there are too many of them. Militia are arresting a headhunter. That's nice. Lin is crumbling slowly but steady, but also 40 out of mana soon.
This Oath of Darkness dude is really good. Look at all these skellies on the ground. The skelly snowball happening with the Archmage. That's a rare sight to have. Holy Light has been fantastic as well. The militia have been helpful in the end, but the Griffin numbers have also dropped significantly.
Okay, and now there's no headhunters anymore. Now the Black Arrow won't help anymore. Can he get some high-value targets like these Griffins? 40 invested a lot just to stay alive here, sacrificing all the workers. Lin bent, but he has that expo. He can recover. His heroes are scaling better. And I think that was a solid decision to stay in that fight.
Yeah, lots of losses for Lin, but he is recovering, of course, thanks to that expansion. So this trade was very much in his interest. Running out of mana now. Griffin numbers. If you only had like 2 or 3 more Griffins, this could be a great fight for 40, but he's going to lose another one right here. Always the right amount of Raiders and Ensnares.
And of course we don't have Bash here, so the Kodos can do whatever they want. Holy Light at the ready. 40 fighting for survival. Griffin traded for a Headhunter, of course, way more beneficial to Lin that is. These Kodos might both fall. That's a lot of supply all of a sudden free.
Mage pretty low HP. Some skellies being added in once again. Purge against the Water Elemental. Good. Crit. Useful in this case. Oh, crit! Archmage! Archmage! No TP again!
And no Holy Light again. That was a huge mistake. I mean, the game's not looking pretty anyway. Warchief on a tear. There is not much left for 40 except calling the game. He's down a base. He's down half in supply. The levels for Lin are mental. And after being defeated 0-3 by the weakest player in the game 2 days later, he's about to 3-0 the big bout machine that is Fortitude. Warcraft is surreal sometimes.
Is 40's shape dipping at the worst time imaginable? Perhaps it is. Lots of maps lost today and yesterday. Yesterday he bounced back. But today there's going to be no possibility to do it. He's got good tech, I guess, with Griffins. He's got good levels, surely, with these heroes. But he doesn't have the goal to keep up with the opposition.
And after so many Game 5 losses and reverse sweeps, this 3-0, how important that is for Lin's mental game. New skeletons roaming, but they'll be easily taken out. Shadowhunter has the mana pot, he can afford the world. 18 minutes in, 40 can't even dream of an expo.
Yeah, this pretty much all comes down back to the early game, of course, where the AM got level 3 late, the footies all died, and most importantly, the AM ended up falling. With that Hex coming in that he didn't expect, a split second was missing for the TP. That split second doomed this game for Fortitude, still only at 40 supply. Lin now flexing his muscles in the human main base, looking to put the final nail in the coffin.
We have a town portal. Archmage saved that for later. But yeah, his base is under attack. The farms are falling. Not that he needs them right now, but feels good. A lot of restoration would need to be done. A pocket town hall, maybe multiple of them, is what 40 needs. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist in Melee.
Archmage about to get level 5 here from the next creep camp. Levels are sick. 5-4-4, really good. But again, it's the army that lacks.
Feels too little. It feels too late. Clap Blizzard would of course be amazing, but there's also a lot of answers to that. Lin playing it safe, Lin playing it cool, moves back, gets maybe another heal scroll, and then he has 3 again. Yeah, it's only an invuln this time. Okay. Still constantly scouting if there's a Hail Mary Town Hall, which 40 can never afford. But it is...
What are these results, by the way, lately? 0-3 against Fly, 3-0 against 40. Just...
You know...
Utterly unpredictable.
Listen to the philosopher Ronan Keating. Life is a roller coaster. And so is Warcraft 3 competitive sometimes. Speed scroll in, Blademaster chopping away at the workforce. The Griffin stemming against the defeat, but they are ensnared, they are focused. Lin lost the fight against 25 food, less colorful, but this Archmage Mountain King Pala combo is not as dangerous as a Demon Hunter. But maybe if I try hard enough, I can cast a Curse Lin here as well.
5-5-4 heroes, this would be quite the achievement indeed. Lots of mana, by the way. Zippity zap, clickety clack, looking for the kill here. 1 Hex perhaps to finish the deal. Holy Light prevented, that's the AM going down. And that's gonna do it.
God damn, man. He's back. The Warchief is back. Back to back to back wins. Oh, man. So sweet. His formerly strongest matchup versus the humans carries him once again in great fashion. 3-0 against the strongest human in the world. That was not only 1 win. That was not only 6 points. That was a statement to everyone in this tournament.